On the morning of the 16th of April, 1746, the windswept moor near Inverness lay silent, but that silence would not last. By noon the air would thunder with cannon fire, clash with the sound of steel, and echo with the cries of dying men. This was Culloden, the last battle ever fought on British soil. The road to Culloden began almost 60 years earlier. In 1688, the Glorious Revolution forced the Catholic King James II from the throne, replacing him with Protestant rulers. The Stuarts, James's family, were exiled, but they never gave up their claim. In 1745, James's son, Prince Charles Edward Stuart, the Young Pretender, landed in Scotland with just a handful of followers. He called upon the Highland clans to rise. Against all odds, they did. They crushed government forces at Prestonpans, took Edinburgh, and marched deep into England. But English support never came. Pursued by British troops recalled from wars in Europe, Charles was forced back to Scotland. At Falkirk, the Jacobites won again, but by the time they faced the Duke of Cumberland's army at Culloden, they were cold, hungry, and exhausted. Prince Charles believed in the unstoppable power of the Highland charge, men surging forward with broadswords and small round shields called targes. But his commander, Lord George Murray, warned this battlefield was all wrong. Culloden Moor was flat, open, and perfect for the enemy's artillery. That morning, Cumberland's 9,000 well-drilled soldiers stood ready, backed by cannon and mortars. The Jacobites could muster barely 5,000 with a few mismatched guns. The night before, they had tried to surprise Cumberland's camp, but delays left them tired and empty-handed. At around 11 o'clock, the government artillery opened fire. For nearly half an hour, cannonballs tore through the Highland ranks. Finally, the order came to charge. Clan Chatton on the right surged forward, smashing into the British line. For a moment, it seemed they might break through, but musket volleys and bayonets trained to counter the Highland sword stopped them cold. On the left, the MacDonalds, bitter at being placed out of honour in the line, barely advanced. Soon, government cavalry swept around the flanks, cutting down the fleeing Jacobites. Within an hour, it was over. Between 1,000 and 1,500 Highlanders lay dead. Government losses, fewer than 300. In the bloody aftermath, Cumberland's troops scoured the Highlands, burning homes, seizing cattle, killing prisoners. The government banned Highland dress, disarmed the clans, and dismantled their way of life. Cumberland was hailed in London as a hero, the flower Sweet William, even named in his honour. But in Scotland, he would forever be known as the Butcher. Prince Charles escaped, eventually reaching France, but his cause was lost forever. Culloden sealed the Hanoverian dynasty's rule over Britain and ended the Jacobite dream. Today, the wind still sweeps across Culloden Moor. Stone markers bear the names of the clans who fought and died here, and every year, visitors walk this ground, remembering the day when the fate of Scotland and Britain was decided in less than an hour.